Project Greenlight's a contest for screenwriting and directing.
Amateur people who've never made a movie before get a chance to do just that.
We changed the contest this year. There were separate categories of writing and directing.
The Battle Shaker Heights is a great coming-of-age story.
It's about this kid, Kelly, who's pissed off at the hand he's been dealt by life.
Because I had no idea how to get from where I was to being a Hollywood director.
I mean, I think it'd be pretty intense for them to sort of go from whatever they've been doing to literally coming to work every day and trying to make this movie.
People can see how hard it is to do this. We want to show things as they really are.
Today is day 9. We are in South Pasadena. The location is Kelly's house.
This is the location where we will be shooting all of the scenes between Kelly and his dysfunctional family.
This isn't about you anymore.
It was never about me.
What is wrong with you? I'm so sick of you being angry. I want to be angry.
Kelly's family life is important. It's what's underneath all of Kelly's sarcasm and his wisecracking and all of that, and it's a very important thing to get to.
How would I say that sarcastically?
Oh, just, you've done it before. In the earlier scenes, you said enough quietly first, and then towards the end, you're like, ah, you said it louder, and then it was just like,
Yeah.
Ever since the group hug incident, I've really, sort of been paying attention to any scenes that could be played too dramatically or over the top. I think that Kyle and Ephraim have a tendency to go very sentimental, very melodramatic. That's not really what this movie is.
It's never about me, Ma.
I am so sick of you being angry. I want to be angry.
To me, the pressure on them is going to be to make this conflict and drama feel real through the performances of the actors.
Your father is hooked up to all these machines. I can't even find him in there.
There are a lot of scenes that I didn't imagine being as weighty as they ended up being.
You don't know about anything. All you do is fight fake battles.
Some of the run-throughs of the scenes have dipped into melodrama, and we've tried to rein them back.
Definitely maybe one more reined in.
More reined in, okay.
the melodrama factor basically equals a schlock factor, and I just think we just wouldn't make a schlocky thing, so I know that we're getting nuanced performances.
Your father's in the hospital. He's hooked up to all these machines. I can't even find him in there. No!
Cut. That was the one. That was it.
If the family scenes are too dramatic, it's going to be very hard for them to fit with the rest of the movie that is shot with a much lighter tone. And in order for the movie to work, we really have to reach a balance between the drama and the comedy.
1, 2, 3, now hand it over.
One of the big shots is this dolly shot where Kelly and his dad get in sort of a physical confrontation outside the house. They were using the fact that there is a broken down brick wall back there to have that be sort of the beginning action for Abe, Kelly's father. And he's sort of trying to repair the wall. It's just so
clear the frame here for a moment? Gentlemen, we'll lay the mark
fixing
and
the
then we'll be all
hole in the
set.
brick wall. I mean, I had no idea that's what you, is that in the script?
Lisa, back. Yep, just
Lowest common denominator does not put that shit together.
Audiences are pretty smart nowadays, and if you're just gonna have a scene with the dude just fixing the wall, it's just a little over the top and on the nose.
Like he's just starting to pull some bricks out and maybe chipping some old shit off. Like,
Yeah, but that's working on it. It's just making me nervous that we're getting melodramatic.
Take it under advisement.
Then we'll be bulletproof.
I'll pull over here.
Well, no, that's why I'm over here. I'm hoping to get better than advisement, because I've lost every advisement that we've ever discussed.
Like what?
Well, I've watched other people come up to you and talk to you, and you smile, and you guys look at them, and you say, oh, that's a good idea, and then you go do it exactly the way you were thinking about doing it. I'm coming to you now and saying, advisement's fine as long as the low end is you'll try one my way.
We weren't saying, he's mending the wall, he's mending the fences of the family or whatever. That was never our intention. And I'll explain that to, William. I'll just say, look, we don't want to hit it over the head that you're, like, mending this wall,
Okay.
So do you feel like you'd like to reference the wall, William? Or say something about it?
I don't know. Let me just play with. You'd rather it be some sort of like absent-minded, rather than he's actually working on something.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Stand by for rehearsal.
Hey, what are you moving out? You finally had enough? Everybody else in this family is trying to move on. Go to hell. Shit! Listen, I've had enough of this.
So maybe like real slow from there to this, and say your first line, moving out as you're.
Can we just get all the way through? Let's just walk it all the way through for us.
Yeah.
And everybody else step.
I'm sorry I got cut.
Everybody else just step away and let us just kind of find it by the numbers.
Will do.
And then we'll know what it is.
Right.
And then we can shoot it.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. So you want everyone.
One of the things that you run into with young directors especially is that they will plan everything down to the pause between this word and that word. It can make for pretty pictures. It doesn't often make for exciting scenes.
You push and I let you. Let me tell you something. You have paid me back, son.
And this might be the kind of thing that you would break away from.
Away, or would you just be like, I don't even know how to talk to you about this anymore. You know, you just won't let it go, and I can't let it go. You won't let me back in, so.
And I think you can still be there.
Fuck.
Bill, I think
It
you
might
can
be a
still
nice moment if you just let me go, because I'm still your son. You still love me.
They're insecure. You know, they feel like I'm a director. I've got to direct. So they jump in and they start directing, and more often than not, my job is to relax them and listen to what they want, and then get them to back the hell away so that I can do what I need to do.
Everybody settle, please.
Quiet, absolute silence.
And action.
What are you moving out? Everybody else in this family is trying as hard as they can to move on.
Cut.
Count again, run away,
Back to
please.
one very quickly. I think you go from 1 to let try everything.
Nice.
And then reset.
I have had some fears doing all the serious scenes that, like, oh my God, did I write a really cheesy, crappy movie?
I think about the way that some of the lines are delivered, and they're just nothing like the way I imagine them being delivered.
Is that the actors?
No, I don't think so. I've heard some direction.
Okay, can you run down to base camp, sit down?
It's the 13th day of the shoot, and we're getting ready to do the wedding scene at the church.
Cars moving. Okay, good.
We've only got this location for one day, and we've got a tremendous amount of scenes to do today, and you know, basically the struggle is to get them all in before we lose the light at 6:30.
Just the man I was looking for. Hello. So do you mind if I infiltrate your movie as a bridesmaid?
Are you really?
Yeah.
You're gonna be a bride? That's so funny. That's awesome.
The sequence we're shooting today takes place on Tabby's wedding day.
That's great. Getting married. Today's a big day.
Tabby's the older girl that our hero Kelly has a thing for, and earlier in the movie they had a romantic encounter while Tabby's on the outs with her boyfriend.
Michelle, give me your orchid. You have to give up your flower.
The wedding sequence is really just the setting for what is supposed to be the worst moment ever for Kelly.
Amy, you look great.
This moment in the movie is totally motivating to him changing, so that he transforms into the new Kelly. And if it doesn't hit home and the audience doesn't feel that it hit Kelly, you're not going to buy the rest of the movie.
Slide butt first, and then whoa.
Blue baby! I just got unpinned.
You did.
Morning, Mr. Moore.
Mr. Hatch, come.
See you guys?
How's it going?
So what's happening? You shoot anything yet? I showed up at 9:30, and they've been here since 7:30, and nobody was shooting anything. How are you guys feeling about it?
Feeling good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You think these actors are more going to be able to play it that's not so melodramatic and whatnot?
There's nothing really melodramatic, you know, on the page. She just says, "What do you want to do? Stop the wedding?"
Yeah.
Yeah, but the way she's saying
You
it.
could deliver in a really melodramatic way.
She's very just kind of calm and confident about what she's doing. Yeah, it works.
Cool.
I feel like we all sort of are on the same page as to how these scenes should play, but then when you get in the actual situation, it's different.
Quiet down, please.
Roll it, Steve. Mark.
And action.
Kelly?
So what's the deal? Where do I fit in all this? Huh? Am I the virgin sacrifice?
You know it wasn't like that.
Why are you getting married to this person?
And why not?
Because you're an artist, you know, and he's not. He's a whatever,
Yeah,
you know. It doesn't add up.
No, it doesn't always add up.
Cut.
Cut.
Is that rolling on that?
On that last one?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the first take.
I was hoping that was a rehearsal.
No.
I thought I was pretty sure.
He seems like he's in the middle of thought. Like, I got a bunch of questions, and...
There were so many things wrong with that take.
Oh, there were?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, sorry.
Mark, what do you want to do? Do you want to stop my wedding? Is that it?
No, I don't want to stop.
Well, what?
Cut.
Cut.
We're cutting? Okay.
That she could give him a little instead of being so just sort of.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean?
You want to tell her?
Yeah, if
That's cool.
good. Well, that's the thing. Sometimes it doesn't add up. That scene was just a tricky one.
Yeah,
No, it doesn't add up.
No, it doesn't always add up.
And you're not happy for her now, but you will be.
I'm accepting it.
We're having difficulties communicating with actors. Now your dialogue doesn't add up at all.
Did you guys know we were rolling?
Yeah.
Well, try it again. We're having difficulty really nailing the tone.
The energy felt like it left that scene. That take.
You kind of see what I'm saying?
When you get a little older, you will realize that things don't always add up.
Cut.
Yeah.
Cut.
It's cutting. Cut!
Even the dialogue was really tricky to make work.
I gotta get married right now. I want you to be happy for me.
I want to be happy for it.
Okay.
What time do we have to be done here?
We should have been done an hour ago.
We didn't start shooting until 10.
No.
The scene wasn't getting better the more takes that were happening.
But sometimes things don't always add up.
98, take 5.
Okay, sometimes things don't always add up.
Okay, here we go.
Let's try it again before you make it.
Quiet down, please.
It's been a scene that got reworked a lot in the writing, so we were trying to really nail it.
Since you're so confident,
Yeah.
give him a little, just a hint more in understanding and less annoyance.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Pictures up. Up, we got a director. Hold the roll.
One of them runs up to the actors, and then the other one, you know, watches it on the monitor and goes, that's not right, and then they walk up.
That was great. I think we're really getting there.
Yeah, it's starting to feel more natural.
There's something in between what we both said.
Just in my own defense, I think you were on the right track, but what we lost was that you were surprised at all that Kelly just jumped into the...
The only downside of 2 directors is just too much direction for one person to take.
Action!
98, take 10.
When you get older, you will realize that sometimes things don't always add up.
She seemed so thrown off by Kelly coming in.
I didn't feel that at all.
I totally did.
Ephraim and I usually try to hold one vision for the scene. That wasn't really happening.
Can she not say, when you get older, you'll understand this? Just because I feel like it's way, way, way beyond the nose.
People were saying a lot of things in our ears at different times, and it made us be even farther away.
If the fact that she slept with him means that there is some doubt, and
If she's nervous
But
now,
in this
I think
scene,
it just
she's not
plays...
supposed to have any doubt. I think
Yeah.
she's supposed to be the brick wall to Kelly's.
here's the thing is,
Okay,
I don't feel like
you
I
guys talk
see-
about this. We're gonna direct the scene.
Go direct it. I don't feel like she's on a trajectory in this scene.
I don't mind getting suggestions as far as directing is concerned, but I don't like getting those suggestions in front of our actors because it's important for the actors to trust where we're coming from.
If you and Chris have discussions about like what it should be, what it shouldn't be, have them. Include us only when you need to.
Whether he wants to admit it or not, his hope was that we would just let them do their job. I wish they could look at it the other way, is that we are people who could help them.
It's a hard movie. There's so many scenes that are so delicately written. Mm-hmm. If they're not performed just so, they just don't work. Mm-hmm. It's a tough one.
Yeah.
Let me take a look through the camera, please. Hold on 1 second, Dennis.
Look at these guys. They don't know what to do. Come on, spew your thoughts over here. Bring it on.
Okay, can we just close the door?
I don't care. Talk to me, be harsh. I don't give a shit.
Well, that line we're just talking about, there are things that you can't see when you look at it that way. And
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think that line means? Yeah, we'll confer. We'll give you a concise direction in a minute.
When directors know what they want, they're really specific on going about getting what they want. And if directors sort of wishy-washy, then it sort of leaves everyone clueless.
The times that we have problems with Shia and with Amy or whoever, the times that they lose confidence in us is when this shit happens. So I'm just going to suggest that, just like with us changing the script, if they want to make comments on the scene, they better do it in the morning, have them all written up and give them to us. There was a certain amount of trampling upon the relationship between director and actor, which is a pretty sensitive one. Is Chris Moore here?
Yes.
We need to talk to you, Chris Moore, and Erica together.
Okay. Like a general speech about our behavior while you're doing it?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Dennis, can you radio for Chris and Eric? I was a little bit surprised that Kyle was so frazzled that he wanted to stop everything and have a meeting when we're already so far behind in the day.
I wanted to talk to you and Bayless and Erica together.
Oh yeah, what are you guys gonna do? Is it about the cooking industry? Well, let me deal with this and I'll give you guys a call. Is that mostly what you want to talk about? All right, well, take care. Uh-oh. What's the matter, scene's not working?
I wanted to call you guys together just because I guess I was feeling upset and I wanted to ask for your help on something, which is, today was feeling very much like directing by committee. And what's happened already, which really upsets me, is there's a breakdown of trust between us and Shia today and us and Amy, because they see us over at the monitors talking to you guys and they're like, well, they're not fucking in control. So
unfortunately, Kyle, I got to throw a couple disagreements at you. One is, I think the thing that established the distrust, the first thing was that you and Kyle came on different doors. I mean, literally came on different doors and gave the exact opposite note.
That happens a lot.
Okay, so that's not us creating distrust.
I disagree. I disagree. I think
when Kyle sits down and says, well, I just don't think we should talk about it in front of the actors, it's like, hey, what are you, stupid? It's like, that's whenever I hear a family talking about, well, we shouldn't fight in front of the kids. It's like, the kids know you're fighting. I think it's more unusual to get different notes from the people who have the title of director than it is to see the producers and the directors around the monitors talking. You know, Kyle, what's making him less confident is the door opens and you yell one note in one side of the car, and Ephraim opens the other door and yells in the exact opposite note on the other side of the car. I mean, the two guys who aren't talking are you two.
I know, I'm just saying, let's all come up with something, whether it be note cards, past, or I don't know, 3x5 cards. You're like, this scene sucks.
But why do you think that you guys would create a different system than has worked for the last 50 years? Do you understand how dumb a suggestion that is? I'm not going to start writing note cards. I've made 13 movies. Nobody writes note cards. And what are these guys? What do you think the actors are going to think when note cards start getting passed?
They know
They'll
be right there.
reading the note cards.
Okay.
You want Shia to read the note card that says, boy, he sucked in that scene? I think what Kyle's trying to say is, can't we find a way that this doesn't have to be confrontational? It is a confrontational world.
He should be a lawyer. He's good at arguing any point. If at the time he happens to be fighting for what you believe in, it's great. If not, it can be supremely frustrating.
They are surrounded by very, very anxious people right now, and I just got the word that they're just wrapping it up and they'll be coming on, and I apologize for making you wait so long.
Shia and I were sort of left clueless as they went off and had this meeting for almost an hour.
Do we know what the convo's about?
I think it's mostly just a basic approach, and
This is a lot of time to be talking about shit like this.
I know. We think we suck and the scene's terrible and why did I get hired and, you know, all these doubtful thoughts.
so Dennis, to stand by. Maina will be there momentarily.
What if you guys confer together and then come to us with a concise thought instead of 3 different voices saying different things?
You guys have to give us the patience to hear what we have to say and not run away as soon as we start talking to you. He's not thinking at it from our point of view of we need to get across, you know, what we think needs to be fixed.
I think we all want to just be careful about mucking up the process, and part of it, I think, is going to be Kyle and I making sure we communicate before we go up and speak to the actors.
And we will commit to talk amongst ourselves before we come to you and send one person from our group to come talk to you guys. You know, I was happy that they decided to engage us instead of constantly trying to avoid us. You know, hopefully it created the beginning of a dialogue where we will find a smoother way of communicating with each other.
So we didn't pick up any time with that meeting, did we?
Okay, can you lock it up again, sir? Thank you very much. Here we go. And still by. Roll sound.
Action! Where do I fit in this? Because I'll tell you something, right now, I feel like the virgin sacrifice.
That's not what it is.
Then what is it then?
It's a moment.
A moment.
What do you want to do? Do you want to stop the wedding? Is that it?
Why are you marrying this person?
Cut. And cut. Cut!
pretty good.
He's good.
He's really good. Chai's good. Hey, Erica, do you mind if I represent to Ephraim and Kyle from you and me and Jeff that was pretty good?
Yeah, was it good?
It was really good.
Oh, good. Go for it.
Don't you guys feel like, you're starting to build great coverage?
Yeah.
A lot of takes.
Yeah, we're just so boned on our day right now.
We all like that a lot.
Yeah.
Just thought I'd come down and tell you.
Okay, here we go. Let's stand by. Traffic is locked.
I'm getting married right now, and I would like you to be happy for me.
I want to be happy for you too, you know.
Okay? Kelly.
Cut.
And cut. You got it?
Moving on.
So we finally had the limo scene done. We still had 2 major setups left to do before we lose the light. The first was shooting the bridesmaids in front of the limo, and the second was shooting Kelly meeting Tabby's fiance, Minor, behind the church.
All right, we need everyone to move quickly. Back to your first mark. Sometimes the toughest days are when you're just watching the sun disappear and your shots are disappearing with it. Your final positions are not going to be this far ahead.
I've been incredibly frustrated because, when you're running and gunning, a lot of things are in the director's heads.
You're all aware, right? You can't be back here when we're shooting this? Okay.
And if they don't communicate it directly to me, there's no way it's going to get out to the other 60 members of the crew.
Okay, let's get first team in. Dennis? Where the hell is Dennis? Dennis!
What?
Let's shoot this!
Trying to get a car in there to cover up the sign. Gonna lose it?
We're too ready.
All right, here we go. Stand by.
A lot of information has to get out very fast and efficiently.
Guys, here's a camera with a lens pointing in this direction.
Clear out of there!
And they're running down, and everything is in their head. They don't communicate a goddamn thing, and then they're screaming at everybody to frantically get things done. And I ain't gonna run my set that way.
They won't.
And they're not gonna get any help from me if they don't start.
Calm down and come to you.
No.
And you don't leave the set. I won't pull you away, especially right now. You stay in their hip pocket. I know his personality. He gets very frustrated. He takes it very personally. He cares a great deal about making the day and getting good stuff.
And roll camera.
You guys are making me feel real nervous with this rushing around stuff.
Me too.
Ephraim really is scaring me now. You seen Ephraim run around?
Yeah, he does that sometimes. So have you marching in determinedly? Oh, I'm
Great, so we
sorry.
can shoot this flight we have.
So
Fucking out of your mind. I just saw you walk over there, do a circle, come back over here and walk back.
it must be nice to be able to just stand around and watch me lose it.
You're losing.
Because we were so pressed for time, by the time we got to the scene between Kelly and Minor outside the church, the sun was on its way out. Do we need to clear the trucks?
Clear all the trucks, but I think if we stand right here and just envision ourselves tight enough to lose
Dennis,
the line.
okay.
Real nice house there, good looking tree. Okay?
Let's do that.
Camera goes right here.
Dennis, do we have Anson and Shia out here?
Anson is getting cleaned up a little bit. He fell asleep in his trailer.
My name is Anson Mount. I'm playing Minor, who is the boyfriend of Tabby.
Let's pull Anson out right now. Let's pull Anson out right now. Make up in hair and follow him.
Yeah, you have. Anson, you need one more person tweaking something.
I'm waiting to get in. Get that van out of here, guys. Get the van out of here, Doug. Ian, grab that cone real quick. Fast, 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 while the traffic is locked. I gotta go. The orange cone. The orange cone. Go get it. No, not that one. Across the street. Across the street. Across the street. Go, go, go.
I have to shoot some film now.
If I'm gonna see the world, you gotta give me a minute to clear the world, all right? Okay, here we go. And roll sound.
Action!
The scene between Kelly and Minor is the culmination of this entire disastrous day for Kelly at the wedding.
Kelly leaves his confrontation with Tabby and is totally heartbroken. He runs into Minor, the groom, who is out in back of the church waiting to go in.
This is the most important day of your life.
Yeah, most important day is when you meet her. Take care, kid.
Not me, it's the police.
Cut, I have to cut.
Well, we might get something here.
Their headlights
And with our vans. How smart is that? We had our own vans driving to the shop. That's real brilliance. That's rocket science.
Well, you know what? If you get, somebody's got to tell me when the shot gets wide and give me time to clear it. Not when I'm holding traffic and like running like crazy.
Let's just go again right away, right away.
Everyone, move out. We're going again. Do not stop this area.
We have his entrances and exits.
Today has been a really rough day.
Go one more time.
I'm not completely sure that we have the time to get the scene that we all envisioned.
Let's tighten up a little bit, but I think we need to take this whole scene.
But something like
Very good, sir.
It was more of a, it was run, go, get out of there, what's going on. I mean, you saw it. It was a shitstorm. Can we get all of the world out so we can just concentrate on the scene?
Well, let's get what we can get while we've got any kind of light, and then we'll deal with that after.
One more shot at it.
We shouldn't be talking about anything but doing this shot right now. It was very frustrating to have that scene pushed so late in the day due to time constraints that the sun went down halfway through shooting it.
I mean, this is not shootable.
Can we pick up one line?
Well, my concern is it's just not going to match.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the background is now dark as pitch.
Then once the sun was gone, we were kind of screwed. I think we should go with what we have and turn around on Anson. All right, let's do that. We have an hour left in our day. So the only thing that we could do at that point was either scrap the scene or just turn around and shoot Miner's side with Anson and just light up the side of the building as if it was daylight.
We're going to have a 12 by 12 muzz up here for the ambience.
You want to make sure that...
Two Mambo combos here, 45 degree. Michael, I'm getting some flicker from something.
It is. We created the sun.
I'm very confident in Thomas's ability to light the church, but shooting night for day is far from ideal. It gives it a very flat look, and it's going to limit our angles, and I think it's just going to make it seem staged.
And action!
It's funny, a day like this, and guy can't even wear his own clothes. I'm gonna go get married now. See ya.
Cut!
Ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap.
My fear was that because we rushed through it and made so many compromises that it just wasn't going to work. Tom did an admirable job lighting up the building, but when it was all said and done, I was not at all happy with the scene that we got.
What's scary is that these wedding scenes are probably the most important in the movie, and we have no idea what we got. And we're probably not going to know until we see it cut together, and that's when we'll know if we succeeded or failed. Today was not a good two-director day. Someday we've had a case for two directors. Today was not one.
No.
This day got fucked before lunch. Well, we can't just blame everyone else for that because this was not the most well-organized, well-prepared day. Yeah.